Super Metroid Randomizer Dash Mystery Playoffs of 2024. So if Fringo takes this game, it'll be a 2-0 sweep, and he'll move on to face, I forget. Who does 11 seed face? Round of 16. 7 seed. Who's 7 seed? Let me find the score sheet. So I can actually answer this question. Okay, so winner of this match feeds into Bressingham, 6 seed, not 7 seed. Okay, so yet again, we've got vanilla charge beam. Do the 60 on the HUD. It would say 20 if it, or some sort of starter charge. Yeah, and this is a single elimination bracket, so the loser will just be out. So AceZer0 tournament life on the line here. Had kind of a rough go. Swiss, I think Ace was like ranked as the number 9 seed in the Swiss stage, and then went 3-3. Some tough matchups, some things happened. Okay, we get an E-Tank at Morph Pedestal, which confirms Major Minor right away. Because now Morph has to be in the ceiling of this major location. It rules out Chozo, because it's not a Chozo location. Fringo still likes the top-down construction zone, even from the right side. That's really interesting to me. So we've got supers and power bombs. We did not have power bombs early in game 1, so we were not able to check this portal down here to see if it is area shuffle and to see if where it goes. But we'll be able to check that now. Having the early E-Tank makes the risk of dying to these side hoppers a lot lower. It is another vanilla map seed, since this door is locked. All the portal transitions in area seed are just flashing gray by default, and I think Ace was like not really properly prepared for this being vanilla map. Even like, we don't play a vanilla map nearly as often anymore, just as a community. I do think it's important that it's still in the mix, but it is not really preferred. But also, kind of our first time. Oh, we see various at charge beam location. But yeah, this is like the first setting in which you can actually go check that portal and like actually not know if it's area shuffle or not know if it's going to be open, or if you're going to kill the side hoppers. Fringo getting the Wavegate first try. Since now we do actually have to check this in Major Minor. So after all of the meme route shenanigans, you got one single power bomb left to get to Greenbrand elevator with. So Fringo pops over to the Fireflies on the way to the missile station to farm another one here. To get down to Edicoons, which now we actually have to check this because it's a major. Ace having to do the same. We get Spring Ball down here, which is... could be useful later, but don't really know how much suitless we're going to see this seed. It's good for mid-air Spring Ball jumps for, like, an X-ray deboost backup. Worst room in the game, getting out of the screw attack room, stuff like that. But a lot of the Meridia use cases are going to need high jump, at least. E-tank at burn reserve, so we're doing decently on E at least early enough. Now I'm curious to see how they handle going to wreck ship from here, because I think Fringo probably just goes for the same reason that he went last game. You're kind of up here already. You've got a suit, which means that... Oh, actually, no, the suit actually does not let him kill Ridley. We don't have any ammo, we don't have starter charge. Fringo's actually running back to Green Brinstar. So Fringo's play here is just going to be to skip Bomb Chorizo. You're going to choose to not be concerned about whether an important ice or speed or high jump could be there. Ace, I think, is taking like the more traditional choice and going back up Secretaria, so we'll route in Bomb Chorizo. So this tells me Fringo actually doesn't want to go to the wreck ship, and with only 2 bosses killable, that makes sense to me. But going up here, getting to Moat and choosing not to go to wreck ship here is basically time equivalent to not doing meme route and choosing to go down Red Tower. So if you do the meme route into wreck ship, you do save 1 minute if you choose to follow through into wreck ship. But if you don't, you're not losing time compared to the other route. Fringo not gonna go for X-ray. This feels a bit aggressive. So I mean, Fringo's got various suit, which will protect a lot from the spike damage, and Fringo has Spring Ball as a backup for missing the X-ray deboost, so it's a pretty safe X-ray play. So the fact he's choosing not to do it means he thinks it's not time worth it. So that's interesting to me. So Ace found another energy tank at Bomb Chorizo. It's doing pretty much what I said. It's not pulling the trigger on wreck ship, but just going down. And again, I feel like this is a fine decision, even if it feels like it's not fine, even if it feels like you have to go to wreck ship from here. You really don't. E-tank ice for Fringo. Fringo chose not to scout out Crazer at all. Now, not knowing the boss situation, and again, only having 2 bosses killable, makes sense. But it being Major Minor instead of Chozo. Crazer has... Like, if it is a killable boss... Okay, specifically if it's Kraid, you're gonna get 2 majors out of it. If it's Fantoon, you're still only getting 1. The value's a little bit higher as far as raw items from there goes, but it's still not much. Another E-tank at high jump. Wow, all these E-tanks that we don't really need that many because we have Varia. So I expected Ace to just do the same thing here, really. Oh, Ace is actually going for Kraid. This surprises me a little. I don't think I agree with this, necessarily. But Ace is positionally behind from Fringo choosing to take the risk to skip going back to criteria for Bomb Chorizo. I suppose you could make the case that Bomb Chorizo is, like, because of suit restrictions, suits not being able to be in criteria, Bomb Chorizo is not going to be... It's not going to be gravity. It's not going to open up Dragon for you. Probably not anyways. Would grapple have been enough? I forget where high jump was. High jump was at Spacer, yeah, so they wouldn't have had that. Yeah, not that you need it. I don't know, grapple would have opened up Dragon. That was like an edge case possibility. But nothing would have directly made Ridley a good idea. Like, charge would have made it possible to do the fight, but... it still would have been very slow and not worth it. We have a shuffled Fantoon. Wow. That kind of sucks for Ace, actually, because, I mean, it's fine. I think it's pretty neutral, but... he's not really going to be able to get an advantage out of this. Fringo is going to do this on the way out of Lower Norfair. The fact this Fantoon opens Wreck Ship and not Crazer means Ace is not going to get any majors out of this immediately. Fringo is just going to get this kill later. It's going to come out in the wall. Ship won't matter. So that's kind of too bad as far as, like, Ace being able to leverage it, diverging from being behind. Fringo finds Plasma at speed. Seems huge, but we don't have starter charge, so we need charge beam to actually, like, really make it a good find. Tracy's saying Ace might need to take this direction for a while to stay in this, and I do agree based on knowing the positions of the two racers right now, but I don't think Ace has done... I don't think Ace has done anything for them to make them think that they should feel behind right now. So that's not really a play I would make. Like, really, the corner that fringo cut is skipping bomb Teresa. I have grapple at wave beam. So I guess what is interesting is that fringo has no boss information. Which I suppose is maybe one reason to check Kraid. And it's fringo doing Norfair Reserve, which is also a major. Ace with not enough speed to pull off Ice Escape. Oh, you got another E-Tank here. So I guess, like, we're just going to lower Norfair here. I guess the E-Tanks were a good thing. I really thought fringo was gonna wall jump check that powerbomb pack on the way down. But I guess it reforms just in time. Yeah, this does look like a 3-2-1 minor split. Ace skipping this E-Tank. That does seem like an Ace thing to do. Without gravity or plasma or skirt attack, I feel like I have to disagree. But I know Ace likes to skip heart containers and Link to the Past, so does it make sense? Oh, fringo's doing a croc check before lower Norfair. That's really interesting. I didn't quite expect this. Like, this is not the worst lower Norfair ever. Croc is much better in Major Minor, having 2 items, compared to having 1 in Chosen. You get a wave beam out of it. It's actually pretty good as far as, like, if you want to, like, safety kill enemies, or if you're trying to plasma hitbox them in lower Norfair, it's much easier to hit them that way. But it's not going to be, like, the biggest spoon ever. So I'm kind of curious. A couple things. Is Ace going to do Croc? And what path is fringo going to take to Croc? Is fringo going to do the gate glitch? Or is fringo going to do high jump plus spring ball jump from the bottom? And yeah, we only have 5 supers now, which is kind of absurd with how much of the game that they've done. So this minor check is for sure worth it. I still don't feel like... I wonder if he's actually gonna check cosine. He is farming supers, so it looks like he does want to do the gate glitch rather than going the bottom path. He's saving. I don't I don't like this because you can just do the bottom path. I think the gate glitch could be more comfortable for sure with this item set, but I don't think it's worth saving over. He does get it in the first 5 supers though. Actually, I find the super count makes the gate glitch less comfortable, honestly. Okay, Fringo's gonna reset. Oh, that's the save was partially to not keep the item, I guess. That makes sense. I still wouldn't have done it. I don't think walking out from there was that bad. But I understand it a little bit more now. Is Fringo not going to lower warfare? Or is he just wanting to check this miner? Weapon switching. Are you trying to weapon switch to supers? What are we doing? Where are we going? He wants out. Oh my god. Looks like Ace is going to go towards Lord Orpher and thought better of it, so I expect Ace to do Croc now. Okay, so I think actually Fringo is maybe now convinced that there's something worth it in Kraid's lair. And Fringo is going to find a shuffled Phantoon for his efforts, so... I'm like actually so curious what his overall plan is gonna be. I guess, yeah, like Lord Orpher is just like... I don't know, like, no boss info. Maybe Fringo wants boss info, so he can make a call as to whether he thinks Lord Orpher has Ridley or not. Yeah, I mean, we're perfectly willing to save for gate glitches, it looks like, so... 5 tries for the gate glitch to screw attack. I don't know. I don't think it's the factor. Yeah, I don't know. This is a lot of running around. I feel like I'd want to go in a straighter line on this, but... I think your absolute worst case scenario here of having Lord Orpher have Ridley and not being able to scrounge up things in order to kill it. I think the whole combination of that is just... it's too much time to go out of your way here, and it's unlikely enough to not be worth playing around by that much. No super drops from Croc isn't insane. It's unlucky, but I wouldn't say it's insane. That's not really... I think Croc and Bottoon have the same chances. I can't remember for sure. But I think they're both pretty low chances to drop supers. Okay, so Ace is not as equally unimpressed by the E-Tank at Grapple. Fringo is gonna play for Wreck Ship, or at least X-Ray. Maybe there's something good at X-Ray. And I guess they both skipped X-Ray because I don't remember Ace doing it. I'm really surprised neither of them chose to do X-ray. We had Varia, we had Spring Ball. There was a lot of... We had like 3 E-tanks, there was a lot of safety involved here. It's gonna be free now with Grapple, but... If this is something good... Also, like, what sends you back down? What sends you back down to Norfair? Is it just finding charge? It's probably just finding charge. I don't think any other item would do it at this point. Not from this juncture. Space jump is nice. Okay, so Ace is going lower Norfair. This is... I get that you might just be completely hosed after committing to this. I know there's a chance of that, but I still think this is correct. Not saving for the screw attack check is concerning, though. Wonder if Ace is planning to skip it because of thinking that he's positionally behind because of the croc check not panning out. No, okay, Ace is gonna do it. Just like Fringo, getting it on the penultimate try. I was a little concerned, though. That's crazy. Gravity's here. That's so huge for Ace. Fringo's gonna go to Wreck Ship and search it and not find anything of nearly enough value. Like, the best way that this is still a race at this point is if Ridley's down here and Ace can't kill it. But even then, Ace has gravity and is gonna be able to use that elsewhere. Well, depending. Okay, nice spring ball jump out of the screw attack room. Yeah, so Fringo needs Ridley to be in lower Norfair. And I think Fringo also needs Ace to not find Ice or Speed down here. I think both of those have to happen, because like, even if Ace gets screwed here, I think Gravity's still a big advantage. Even if Ace can't do anything with Gravity straight away, they're still not having to search all of Wreck Ship for it. That does help. Well, if Ridley's... I didn't mention Dragon because if Ridley is down here and that's what's screwing Ace, then that by definition means Dragon isn't down here, but you're right. Dragon is... Shuffle Dragon is the solution to get through Rydia. Oh, it's this Crater Dragon on Fringo's side. It's Kraid, okay. This is real funny because this now gives Fringo a tiny bit of incentive to just go back down for Kraid's Closet Major. But actually, if Kraid's Closet Major were something important, then it would have been advantageous to just come up here to Wreck Ship, unable to power it on, but get this Kraid kill, if the answer is Kraid's Closet. So that concern is kind of now on the table too for Fringo. I mean, it just depends like how many steps ahead you're thinking. Not checking. Oh no, he checked right side super before the boss in case of like missing gravity for a Dragon fight here. That makes sense. More super shortages at Metal Pirates. Now, Fringo finds Speed Booster Airship again. I don't think it's going to bail him out this time, though. Okay, what boss do we have here? Is there even really a point in farming? So if it's Ridley, there's not much you can do. It's Ridley. It's Ridley. Oh my god. As soon as that door is going left. Okay. This is the most interesting case possible, though, because, like, Ace found gravity down here. Is not gonna have to search for it. Fringo is gonna search all of our shit for it. And I think probably worst case for Fringo is if he managed to find like Suitless Meridian package, or essentially if he just found Ice Beam. If Fringo finds Ice Beam here or Craze Closet and doesn't find Charge, that probably pushes him to Meridia. If Charge is up here, I think it's just pretty clear cut to just go down to Lower Norfair. A missile at Sky Missile. I'm actually surprised Ringo's not checking the middle West Ocean Miner. Because these super packs are kind of not being here. There were 2 in the order. Sure. Oh god, is this enough for Ace to just start around? And oh god, okay, so 15 is half of what you need. 50, yeah, Ace is turning around. So we have 9,000 with all the supers. Missiles are 5,000, which brings us to 4,000. Double hit power bombs are 400. So you have to double hit like half your power bombs, I think. Yeah, ace skipping the PVs in jail here is that's something that it would be good to blind check in this scenario. Oh, Ace checked out from the other side. It's a missile. I don't think the missile is that worth it. Not like if you already know it's there. Not with this math. I don't know, just double hit your power bombs. It's not that hard. Fringo checking Gauntlet. I wasn't paying attention to what the gravity item was, but it was probably nothing. Huge relief for Fringo finding another super at the back of Gauntlet. What's crazy to me though is that, okay, I guess like Fringo knowing 2 bosses now, right? It's a lot more likely that Ridley is vanilla. But it's a 50-50. This is still edging over something that's not a guarantee. It does screw you really bad, but like, yeah, these are some really interesting decisions. Not just like that the runners are making interesting decisions, but that they're forced. Like not just that the thing that they chose to do is, oh, that's interesting, even though that is true, but kind of the dichotomies they're forced into here are interesting by themselves, regardless of what they picked. Oh, actually, I forgot Fringo has an out and waterway. It's like, oh, this can make this whole wreck ship worth it. The fact that I found speed all the way there. And Major Minor doesn't come up for a while. I tend to forget these kinds of things, but I know in a lot of like, you know, trying to escape bad situations or just being against a runner that outclasses you a lot. Depending where speed was, waterway was like often a big Hail Mary back when we were like only doing Major Minor races. I think Ace has been doing pretty good on power bombs. I admittedly wasn't watching closely enough because I actually really wanted to see what Fringo was doing. But getting them all done at the start of the fight, that's good. Do not want to have to like interweave those power bombs in his later phases or between attacks. Okay, Ridley has turned red with 9 missiles left, so we can miss 1 super. That's a nice damage boost off the tail. Okay, Ace generally being really careful, that's good. I do not like that last super shot he did, because that tail looked like it could have whipped. Okay, nice fight. Big relief to even be able to do the fight at all from this position. See, I told you it'd be fine. Just go to lower north. It's charged behind Ridley. That is so gross. So the game starves you on supers and it forces you into this position. And it puts gravity down here. That's so bad. Also, if Fringo's speed booster was actually required, then oh, can we get Ace's audio? Yeah. I think Fishing Boots already got it. Oh, Ace forgot to get enough power bombs to get out. He needs 6 without any other items to help. They have Spring Ball, so we can get away with 5, but we're just gonna get 7 here. Yeah, definitely, like, because if you get in late, if you get in all the way through the wasteland tunnels and you forgot, then that's just a soft lock. So I was saying, like, the speed booster that Fringo got is arguably a nastier change than like this gravity is for Ace. Because to get speed booster, you had to kill Phantoon at AceZer to power on Wreck Ship, and you had to decide to go to Wreck Ship. And speed booster was that Wreck Ship you take. And then, depending on if you want to factor in, you had to decide to go back down for a waterway. So it's kind of too bad that speed booster isn't required, because it would have made for an even more disgusting seed. But just the fact that it, like, positionally is where it is, as far as accessibility, it's pretty nasty. And, like, I'm saying it's not required, it could be logically the way that you have to get through Watchfin. I'm not sure if Ace is comfortable with Soupless Crystal Flash Clip. I forget where Fringo found bombs. They must have been a wreck ship somewhere. Maybe they were at Gravity. So if Ace... Oh, if they're behind Kraid. Okay, that's still pretty bad for Ace. Yeah, so if Ace isn't comfortable with Soupless Crystal Flash Clap, or, you know, any bombless method you want to do, I guess. That's probably the one way that you would do it, bombless, but if you're not comfortable with that, that speed booster might be the way through. Otherwise we have to get bailed by Ice Beam being at Mom Turtle. Or maybe, like, if you decide to go to Aqueduct under these conditions, you get bailed out by Left Sandpit. And then there's Tactful, but you'd have to be really desperate for that. So I wonder what position Ace thinks they're in right now, because it's gotta feel good, at least to, like, have gone down and risked Ridley being there and gotten gravity out of it, but then to have actually found Ridley there and had such a slow way of dealing with him. You gotta be imagining that, like, maybe your opponent went to Wreck Ship and found something faster. Found something that made it faster. Although, like, they do have some solace in knowing that Kraid had to open up Wreck Ship, so it wasn't exactly clear cut to just go there and get good items in the game. It's still gonna be a run around no matter what. So there's another super here. Behind Gravity, essentially. Yeah, so now Fringo in kind of a pre-Ridley panic mode about his ammo. His situation's not quite as bad as Ace's was. I think Fringo's about to find 2 supers here and just be fine, I think. It is 2 supers here, right? 70-20 is more than enough. I wouldn't feel bad about this fight. Okay, Ace is trying to climb Everest, which is high jump, and wasn't doing it correctly. Yeah, so Fringo could have done it with just that one super, I believe. which is fine. But the chance of that other one being here, I think, is so worth it. Enough to do it. Oh yeah, Ace can't Crystal Flash on 6 current PBs. I mean, it's like the only good place to farm PBs is the bulls in the sandpit, but that's a one-way. You could just like kill Zoas for forever, but oh, we're going to Shaxful. Oh my god. I think we have a race again. Unless this is Ice Beam. Yeah, if Ace can't get through here, at this point I feel like Fringo probably takes this. Because Ace's route to getting Speed Booster is pretty slow from here. At least like they can get Speed Booster and bail, but it's still a lot of the same running around that Fringo did, and then they're going to be more even after that. Fringo's going to have a much faster early fight than Ace did. Actually, Space Jump is just helping Fringo a lot in Lower Norfair as well. Oh my god, it's Ice Beam at Shax. Okay, I think Ace is in good shape. But wow. Yeah, this is still really not over. I do think Ace is in good shape, but Fringo having Speed Booster is yet again going to make up a lot of time. Oh, and Fringo is once again in the position of having done wreck ship already, so this just basically somehow still turned into the situation from the other race. I mean, it's getting Ice Beam from Shackpool is definitely bailed out compared to having to go to wreck ship E for Speed Booster from this point. It's not. It's not the best. Oh, are we going for Main Street Gate Glitch? Gets it first try, nice. This is like one of those gate glitches that like you have to get it really quick for it to be worth it. Really fast relay fight from Fringo. No powerbomb usage needed, I think. This Shack tool play did take a lot of time, to be clear. Oh, AceZer lines up somewhat properly for the jump, and you're doing a gravity jump. Yeah, I don't know. Fringo with Space Jump and Speed Booster advantage. Wreck ship boss dead already. Ace is positionally much further ahead, I think, than they were in game 1 ago, so. I would have just charged killed the spot turn. But not that it really matters. Nice freezing the zoes to catch yourself from falling in the sand pit. I never did a follow the runners thing in game 1, so I'm gonna do that here. If you're a fan of the drama that you've been seeing. I think these two actually tend to get more than their fair share in these kinds of cases. But they're both great runners of the game. They've both been getting a lot better this year, I think. I love that jump Fringo accidentally did. Accidentally weaving into the Meridia exit gap in the ceiling. Actually checking Dragon here. I guess speed is still good enough for the rest of the game. Speed's very good, but there aren't like enough different things that are good enough. Like it's basically just speed. That might be saying that Ace feels better about how the lower Norfair wins, and is thinking that their opponent got tripped up worse by either abandoning it or having wasted time going to wreck ship first when it wasn't necessary. Like actually I think seeing that charge beam behind Ridley probably changes how you feel about that lower Norfair a lot, now that I think about it. Because your opponent definitely didn't get that elsewhere. They probably went through similar garbage to what you did. Seeing reports that Fringo got the full halfie this time. Good to know that they can do it. Looks like Ace has taken a bit of a spill at first. Okay, Fringo going to grapple kill Dragon. I wasn't paying attention to how Ace did this. I feel like Ace was shine sparking, but I'm not sure. Has PV selected? chat's pointing out that's a good sign for them going to wreck ship, like they should. But had the door open already, so did not actually need them to be selected. Doing off the cuff spring ball bounces like that rarely goes well. Fringo feels ahead. I'm not sure. No, it's shuffled Firefly. So the last boss is a shuffled crate at wreck ship. I think Fringo is ahead again. By like about the same amount of time, actually, maybe a little bit less. I kind of feel bad for Ace, because after like all the craziness of this race, it's ending exactly the same way the last one was. Same conditions, same kind of item differential, really. So I guess having wreck ship done before the end of the game just wins, right? That's what we're seeing here. Convinced at this point that having the spring ball is just costing Ace time. Although it did allow them to get out of the skirt attack room where gravity was. I think Ace is behind by enough that some of these like medium-sized mistakes they're running into are not really making the difference. As did Fringo pull off a dodge of the Terminator item. That's impressive. It's so easy to... Right, because Fringo skipped BT and Terminator. That's two majors, yeah. I forgot about the implications of just that whole criteria scope. It's kind of crazy. Oh, I forgot Fringo not having ice for terrains at disadvantage. It's not going to be enough of one. Ace ship refills on basically KPDR loadout, yeah, that's... It's not really necessary. Okay, Fringo makes it through, powerbombing all the Metroids from lack of ice beam. Yeah, he's gonna do these rooms faster, but it's not gonna be by enough. Oh, at least I know for sure now that Ace is fine doing baby skip without speed booster. Fringo missing it here is It's still not enough, but it's not the most trivial thing either. I'd say this would matter a lot more, but Fringo's speed booster is going to be a large enough advantage in these games. This is still not going to be enough. But the way this is looking is it's going to be... Oh, Ace doesn't really get good spacing for their jumps. I feel like landing on that... that little pillar step, I find that to be problematic. Okay, Fringo misses speed booster's habitat skip, and is just gonna go for ammo. Not going to retry it. He does not need the ammo for the fight, because this beam damage is very high. Actually, wow, baby skip from Ace would have really evened things out here. Still wouldn't have been enough. Oh, missing Zebitate skip. Resets it well enough to back it up, which there's sometimes concerns about that, just because like the Rinkas won't respawn until there's an open slot for them to do so. Let's say if you like aren't able to get one that's gonna spawn in the bottom there where you need it, at a time where you can react and shoot it, making it really messy. Fringo through the Mother Brain fight. Just as Ace is also about to finish it. They're like a rainbow and a half apart as far as cutscene goes. So Fringo's just gotta get through the escape, which he does have the advantage on. And he will be taking the series 2-0. Ace continuing their streak of losing to the Foxes. So this is like including Swedish Arctic Fox from the ALTT Cross Keys tournament and Red Kitsune from ALTT main tourney. I've just been keeping track since then. And like these are all players that they're perfectly capable of beating too. It just, it hasn't worked out. I do get a little superstitious about randomizer stuff sometimes, especially like player matchups. Alright, Fringo sparking up the climb as Ace has to take the long way through room 3 without speed booster. A bit of nerves in Parlor, maybe. It's been a long, stressful set of races. The first one was short, actually, but I think doing this seed as part of a back-to-back is just really exhausting. And that's time for Fringo. Race time of 1:05:15. We'll be moving on to face Bressingham in round of 16. GG's. Congratulations. And Ace finishing just behind the race time of 1:06:03. So 48 seconds behind. And we have our runner-up Ace in the booth. GG's. Yeah, how did you feel about, like, first of all, those seeds and the fact those races ended up so close?
I mean, I'm definitely happy they were close races either way. Like, that's obviously what you always want. You, of course, want to win, but winning a close race, I think, is a lot. It always feels better than like winning a blowout. And same with losing. Like, I'd rather lose by. I know some people say they hate losing by a few seconds, but I'd much rather that to know that it was close, especially with somebody like Fringo, who's just so good at the game mechanically. Like, definitely has an advantage on me. So it
Yeah,
felt good.
I get the sentiment. It's just like I think for some people, like, the regrets on like little mistakes and stuff hurt more than other people.
Yeah, I do. I think that every race I lost in this tournament, I was at least in Turian. They might all have been in or after Mother Brain. So that's like
It
that's
doesn't mean
definitely
you're
something
keeping
to be
up,
happy
yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
But I
welcome
was kind
to
of
our... Oh,
surprised the
sorry.
second one was so close.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was surprised the second one was so close, but yeah, I guess it was closer than the first one.
Yeah, I was, anyways, welcome to our winner, Fringo. GG's and congrats on moving on.
Thank you. Hello, everybody, and GG's Ace. Man,
Thanks,
it was
GG's.
really stressful, especially the second one, but it was a lot of fun to race against you again. So, yeah, cool.
So both of those seeds actually ended up a very similar way, where Fringo went to wreck ship at some point earlier than Ace did and pulled Speed Booster out of it and just had it for the rest of the game. And the combination of Speed Booster and already having the wreck ship boss done is like what let them pull ahead in the end when it was really hard to tell before then. So, you know, both races we were watching, like Ace being in Meridia and Fringo still doing the Lord Warfare boss, and then watching Fringo pull ahead at the end.
I felt really bad about my decisions in both seats. I don't like to full clear wreck chip because it's really slow, and if it's not pay off, you lost a lot of time, and I felt in both of the races really bad after I cleared a wreck chip and couldn't found really big items. Only the speed booster, of course, but I checked also the upper part of wreck chip, which wasn't that good and didn't pay it off at all. So yeah, it was stressful, and I'm really happy that I won both races. I didn't expect it after I did a couple of mistakes in my opinion, but yeah. And
Yeah,
I
it
think,
was really interesting to see
yeah.
you.
To be honest, it's not really my style to play like that. I don't like to do this wrecked ship play, especially in vanilla games, but for some reasons I did it today. I don't know why. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it was sure not how you played against me, but
yeah.
Yeah, it's
But-
interesting because I thought in the first race, like, it's funny because I also felt kind of bad about my decision making in the second one. In the first one, I felt really good about my decision making. It just kind of didn't work out because in the first race, I thought that you would do wreck ship Fringo, and I felt like if I just followed you there, like you're just better movement wise, and I'm just following behind you, and then we get the same items, and then you win. So I went down on purpose to try to make a divergence, like I think that was really smart meta play. It didn't work out. And the second one, I kind of had no idea. I kind of figured you probably wouldn't do reg ship, but I didn't really know. Like it both made sense. So I kind of waffled a little bit and ended up not doing it. But
yeah, in the second seed I did the meme route and found Warrior really early and decided to go down. Yeah, 3 minutes, something like that, and decided to go down and do upper north checks. And I think the worst thing was the ammo situation. So it was really bad. You couldn't beat a lot of bosses at this point. Expect Crate would be possible or Fantoon, but if there is a Ridley or Ridley is in lower north, it's really painful, and it was Ridley. So it was a really weird seed. I did a lot of checks. I checked nearly everything. Did upper warfare, went back to Crocs and wrecked ship full clear. Did of course waterway, and it really didn't pay off. And I was really confused to find then gravity suit at screw attack, but it was the last location I could check at this point. So yeah.
Yeah, I was actually worried about that gravity suit. I guess I'm glad I caught myself, even though I forgot later, and it really hurt me. That I forgot that I had Spring Ball. Where was Spring Ball? Was that like somewhere in Brinstar? I guess because I was
really
going
early.
I saw it on on my way down. I remembered or something, or accidentally springballed somewhere and realized I had it before doing the lower warfare play. And I was like, oh, I guess I can get out of screw attack because I didn't know that I had a way out. I was like, do I save scum this? Do I just like skip it? And I was like, I guess I check it because I can get out. And if it's like a suit or charge, then it's huge and lets me, beat Ridley. But then I forgot I had it on the way out of Wasteland, and I had exactly the minimum number of power bombs that I needed with Spring Ball, but I thought I needed one more. So that's why I backtracked all the way to farm up before Ridley, like from Wasteland. I was so slow. I had 2, so it would have been enough to get all the blocks destroyed at the bottom of the Key Hunter stairs.
So did you take one out in Wasteland already? Because at the point that I noticed, I believed that you were right about not having enough.
Oh, maybe I didn't have enough. I don't know. Either way, it was bad, and I forgot I had Spring Ball again when I was trying to figure out how many I needed. So maybe I was still one short.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and see. But
yeah, the ammo was so bad.
I thought it was really interesting that after Green Brinstar, Fringo went all the way back through Green Brinstar and skipped criteria, like the criteria majors.
Yeah, I checked Gauntlet, of course, and I was ahead to check Waterway. In my mind, I thought it is the last location where gravity could be, and there was only an energy tank, and I was a bit confused. So yeah.
No, but I mean the first trip.
Before
when you found Severia and Spring Ball at Edikins in the Burn Reserve, and then you turned around to run back through Green Brinstar, but Ace went up the Terminator and BT, and that's what most people usually do, I think. And like,
Mhm.
even if you're not going to wreck ship, it still breaks even with not doing meme route. So I thought it was really interesting that you just turned back around and didn't skip criteria. Sorry, and you didn't check criteria at that point. It did save you time. I think it's also like a big part of the of the race difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see too many people do that way.
Yeah, I also do it often in practice seats, and it often paid off. I don't know if it's true, but it's kind of experience. So when I found really early a suit, I often went back and do upper warfare or rec chip, and it's often pay off. So yeah.
That's kind of fair because like criteria majors aren't good because of suit restriction in general.
Yeah.
But it can be, I don't know. I think it's like really scary to leave speed booster there.
Yeah, it could be, for sure.
I don't know. I just think it's like a meta thing. I feel like almost everyone will check criteria items, so it's scarier for me to skip them. So I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I considered checking Gauntlet. Like I really thought about it. That's why like I refilled at the ship after doing the meme route and coming up to criteria. Like I refilled my power bombs. Like all right, I can do Gauntlet here, but it didn't quite seem worth it. So I ended up skipping it. But yeah, it was the same thing. Like if I forget a major earlier, like I know Fringo, I don't know if you remember much about the CB played in the Rando League, but I know that was one that I definitely was kicking myself because I made like a mental mistake and I skipped a criteria major. It was the full countdown, and I skipped the high jump boots like at a pretty easily accessible location, and then you just had like a movement advantage because of that the whole race, and it was like because it was a stupid mistake and not just like a decision that didn't pay out, I was really unhappy about it. But so that was kind of in my head a little bit. Like I don't want to skip something. Do I just not check this and leave something big behind early that like takes me out of the race? But I don't think it happened that way. It was just different routes that had advantages and disadvantages, and you played good enough that even your full clear of everything in the second one was still enough to win.
Yeah, I was surprised that I won the second one. I felt really bad about my decisions and how I played. So, and for sure, you're a really good player. And I saw your last race. You are really fast, and I had a lot of respect for you. So, I'm glad to won both races. And yeah, it was cool. Hope we see us in the future again. But I'm pretty sure that we.
Yeah.
And
so
good luck to you going forward too. Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you.
How do you feel about your next matchup, Fringo? Bressingham?
Bressingham? I never played against Bressingham. He is a really talented player, so I'm looking forward to our match. I like to play against player like Bress or like Bress Caliber. I think most people would say that he is the favorite, but I'm pretty. I believe in my skills, and I think that I have chances to win. And yeah, we will see. I'm looking forward to it, and I think he's a cool guy, and it will be a lot of fun to race against Bress.
Yeah, I think I agree with all of that. So I will say that if you're gonna watch back one of the races, it should definitely be game, because that was just really interesting to see how everything panned out. But yeah, thank you, Ace and Fringo, for an excellent series. Very close, very fun set of races. What else do we have going on today? I think our next Dash Mystery race tonight is at 10 p.m. Eastern on SpeedGaming 2. Smellin versus Sunflower. So that is in 7 hours. So if you're around tonight, tune back in for that. Otherwise, I've been Adraxis, and I think we're gonna sign off now. Oh yeah, thanks to Fishing Boo for tracking. And once again, remember to follow the runners.
care. Bye bye.